We welcome your questions and look forward to getting to know you. Later in the service today, we will take our Share the Plate offering as a way to care for the wider world. This month's Share the Plate recipient is Doctors Without Borders. Doctors Without Borders is an independent and impartial humanitarian organization. They respond to the mounting humanitarian crisis in Gaza. They work with climate change refugees, and they go into places across the globe where they can most directly ease human suffering. You may put cash or a check in the basket or donate online from our website, uunorthfield.org. If your check is for your pledge, simply write pledge on the memo line. There will also be instructions on the screen during the offertory time. I call your attention now to the announcements in your order of service and the weekly email. There you'll find more information about the following. Our first soup supper of the new year will be on Friday, January 5th at 6 o'clock here at UUFN. That's this coming Friday. Please contact Gail Hendershot for more information, and there is a sign-up sheet back on the wall by the pamphlets as well. And next Sunday, January 7th, Reverend Sarah will be preaching on what seeds are you planting for the new year? How are you weaving your magic into your relationships with others? And how can we center beauty and goodness and love in all that's ahead? These questions are at the heart of this worship service, with a video reflection from the Reverend Dr. Sophia Betancourt, President of the Unitarian Universalist Association. Also next Sunday, January 7th, after the regular service, grab a cup of coffee and join Brenda McCoy and me for an initial overview of the new Medical Aid in Dying bill. This hot 2024 legislative topic will be the focus of a community-wide gathering to be held right here at UUFN. For more information, please see the article in the January Reach. Thank you, Will. Yeah. All right. The opening words are entitled Transformation, Part 1, Out of the Darkness. Shorter days, nights of looking inward. Who am I? Transcending thoughts, I sense a greater energy within me. Expansion brings awareness, encourages my soul. I already know myself, interrupted ego. Haven't I heard the story of a stranger, volunteered in a secure environment, donated anonymously? Go deeper, said my soul. There is more than checking off boxes. What subtleties do you sense? Birds anticipate the dawn, their songs expressions of being. Morning is breaking with love. Come, let us worship together. Please rise in body or in spirit as we sing together, What Wondrous Love. This is number 18 in your gray hymnals, and it will be shown on the screens as well. The flaming chalice is the symbol of Unitarian Universalism. Each Sunday when we gather, we bring this symbol to life together. Please join me in speaking the words for the lighting of the chalice. Let us open our eyes to see what is beautiful. Let us open our minds to learn what is true. Let us open our hearts to love one another. After a deep breath, I invite you to allow yourself this time. Relax your shoulders, inhale and exhale, and let your heart catch up with you in this moment. Rest in the embrace of a wider love. In the presence of this love that holds us all, we use our chalice flame to light our candles of community. We light our first candle as a blessing for the wider world and an awareness of rising anti-Semitism, particularly in the United States. Our hearts grieve for the thousands of Palestinians killed and for the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. And our hearts cannot abide anti-Semitism as a response. We don't have answers, but we won't turn away. May this candle help us to expand our capacity to hold all of humanity in our care. We know, too, that the details of our daily lives are sacred and important. We now light a candle for all the simple joys that are sustaining us. Get to it, okay? In honor of the joys and sorrows we carry in our hearts, but have not been spoken aloud. And we move into a time of silence. May the truth of your heart be reflected in these flames. Amen, and blessed be. We will now take the offering, and we gratefully give and receive this offering for Doctors Without Borders, one way we make our care for the world tangible. And our ushers are here.
It is my great pleasure to introduce the Poet Laureate of UUFN. He didn't know that, but I just decided he must be. I ask Peter periodically to just create a poem for the occasion, and as always, he rises to the occasion and exceeds all expectations. He likes that. So let me allow Peter to step forward and give you his offering for this particular occasion. Peter.
This is a little tricky. I mean, I was challenged by this. But anyway, I was asked to write about New Year's. So here we go. New Year's. Long ago, before the days of vertigo, before a black cat with yellow eyes came again. I was a child unaware of time, looking forward to Christmas smells and unwrapping paper that Santa brought full of toys for me. At Christmas, my father and I walked through a stand of white pine onto the baker's land right next to us in the country of 1959. We were 3 miles from Gaithersburg, the town of 150, soon to be obscured by suburban sprawl forever, but I didn't know that then. Mr. Baker worked for NASA as an expert diamond cutter to create lenses and optical devices for rockets in outer space. At 7, I did know the trees we picked and dragged through the trees that we picked and dragged through the fluffy snow wouldn't be good enough for my mother. So Daddy and I would cut extra branches to wire in where there were empty spaces. 20 years later, on New Year's Eve, I kissed my wife for the first time. We've been together ever since. We choose our Christmas trees together. There are no complaints. We fill the empty spaces with decorations, love, and joy. On my New Year's morning walk, the sun is low, and it's hard to see. But I think of a baby in the trough of a manger who will say, "Love your neighbor." Now I am home, mother, daughter, father, son, and baby would lift up our arms to rejoice.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you so much. Isn't imagination something that is truly a gift? Truly a gift. And we're going to ask you to do a fair amount of imagining this morning. This theme for this month is mystery. And mystery requires imagination. Reality, you just have to kind of step out into the snow. But the mystery of that and that space, it's pretty much up here. We have to imagine what that means, what it means. Let me tell you a little story before I introduce our magnificent choir, of which I'm humbly a member. It's not that hard to generalize from one's own feelings about these things. But this is the story of the writing of this song that we're going to sing, the Children's Carol. Many years ago, and I can't remember exactly how many, but I was a bachelor at the time, and I was planning to go to Calgary, Alberta, where I grew up with my family, and suddenly came down with a nasty case of the flu, which pretty much prevented me from going anywhere except the back room of my home, where I had my little studio and my guitar. And in recovery, I can't remember exactly in the process, but whether I was feverish or just tired, as you know, when you get the flu. And I had been watching a little TV at the time, and there were children who were being subjected to war, as they are today, and perhaps as they always have been subjected to that outrageous travesty. And so I was touched by that. And as I sat in my studio by the window, and I looked out into the backyard, and I imagined, could be a hallucination. I imagined it became very real that there were dozens of little children in my backyard with candles. They were holding the candles. And it was just, I was pretty much overwhelmed by the image and the feelings that I had at that moment. I had been working on a song for about a year and had no words to it. But for some reason, I picked up my guitar and my pen, which I can do at the same time, and play a chord and write a little. And I wrote the children's carol in about 20 minutes. It goes like this. Little children, one by one, made by God from bits of sun, touched by grace with breath of life, born into a world of strife. And the chorus is, pick up your drum, the Christ is near. Lift up your voices, the Christ is here. Little children, let them come from a world that's come undone, from a world of hate and war, to the Christ child's stable door. Little children to him run. They are Christ's child, every one. He will cloak them from the rain. He will ease their fear and pain. And the last verse, which I feel is the most important. Little children from us sprung. We must save them, everyone. We must see the Christ child's face. We must take the Christ child's place. That's the children's carol. And now I'll welcome our lovely, magnificent choir to come up, and we'll all sing this together. And will be playing the piece on piano. Erica Malpas, come on up. Erica Malpas was the arranger of this particular piece. She's a graduate of St. Olaf, and I met her a few years ago, and I sent this off to her, just my singing of it. And I said, Erica, do whatever you want. Do whatever you can imagine. And this is what she came up with. And you be the judge of how beautiful it is. Well, now we get to really use our imagination because we are going to begin the burning bowl ritual. And the purpose of the burning bowl ritual is to release, to give over those moments in this past year or perhaps in your entire life when you had a heavy heart, when you feel that there was something that you would wish was not there, this thing on your back, in your heart, in your tummy. So this is a time to let that go, and it's a ritual of letting go, of releasing. May you release this morning, forever gone from your spirit and cease to trouble you, those things. May you be relieved and renewed, ever mindful that love is always more powerful than fear, and that compassion is the key to freedom from resentment. Love and compassion overcoming fear and hate. I'd like to read a brief poem by Sarah Eileen Lawal, UUA person, called Out of the Flames. Out of the flames of fear, we rise with courage of our deepest convictions, to stand for justice, inclusion, and peace. Out of the flames of scrutiny, we rise to proclaim our faith, with hope to heal a fractured and hurting world. Out of the flames of doubt, we rise to embrace the mystery, wonder, and awe of all there is and all there is yet to be. Out of the flames of hate, we rise with the force of love, love that celebrates our shared humanity. Out of the flames, we rise. And one other short poem by Lois E. Van Leer, another UUA person. Roar through my soul, flame and fire and searing heat, burn all my fears to ash. That's what we're going to do. Except in this case, there is no ash, as it turns out. This is amazing paper. Now send your sparks up. There's not much in the sparking way either, but it's a pretty nice flame, as you'll see. On the breath of the wind, I love it, up to the sun, moon, and stars. Snaking paths, roads for my spirit to follow. Sweet, sweet release. Okay, so how is this all going to work? With the assistance of my lovely wife and her creative energy, which, let me tell you, it's wonderful to be in relationship with another creative, because we both understand how hard it can be at times. All right, we got the candle. Okay, we're getting there. So let's see. I guess if you wish to, why don't you get the papers? Well, we're going to do a demo. This is rather important demo because I really don't want you to burden yourself, and it's really tough. But I have seen people try. I don't understand exactly why. Barbara will do the honors of the lighting. It's all right. A little wax is good for the soul. There we go. Well, we can say almost anything is good for the soul, but a little wax won't hurt it anyway. Okay, so this is your bowl. Got that? This is the burning part. The other day I was pointing something to my wife, and I put my finger right in the flame. Friends, do not do that. Do not do that. It hurts like, anyway. One thing, you realize you move your finger really fast and then put it in cold water. Okay, now, what we've got here, if I can grab one of these, okay. Now I'm gonna come close because this is not a big object. Okay, see this little tiny piece of paper? This is where your imagination resides, okay? Because I'm gonna want you to put that deep, dark thought, whatever it is, I'm going to want you to put it in that paper. And then when you come up, in an orderly fashion, by the way, when you come up, what I want you to do is don't do this. This is a bad decision. Because the flames, as you know, flame tends to rise. So you come at it from the bottom. And so you do something like, and you just touch the edge of it, and it's gone. See, there's no smoke, and there's no ash. But there is this. So just throw that in there. Okay. I know this is really complicated, and I should probably do this again, but I think you probably got it. Historically, we haven't injured anyone, but people have come very close. Okay, so let us proceed. Yeah. Oh yeah. And also, by the way, I'm going to abuse you by playing a new instrument that I just got. This is called a hand pan. I don't know if you're familiar with this or not, but it sounds a little like this. Isn't that a lovely note? That's B. That's B for those of you who are concerned about the note. That is B. Anyway, I'm just an absolute amateur at this, so please forgive me for my very crude use of this instrument. It's almost abuse, but I'm going to abuse it for a little while, and then if it gets really bad, then I've got something in reserve back here that I'll play for you. So we want people to come forward, and so what we're going to do is we're going to have this huge front row of 4 people. You're going to walk back this aisle and come around. So everybody ends up coming down this aisle and then returning that way, okay? So why don't you listen? Now, this man here, as a bass singer, knows exactly what to do. Very good, excellent. And Mary, of course, Mary, yeah. So all these are choir members, so they're very astute. And now the next row will follow them. So we're going to have a certain amount of order, and this you guys join in. No pushing and shoving. Okay. Super. All right, let's see what happens. You're being very generous. Thank you. Oh, this is wonderful. Okay, so I'm hoping that this process released something from another little piece, releasing the year behind us. The new year calls us forward, filled with mystery. As we turn toward that new year, we take a final glimpse of the past year and reckon with all that it has held for us. Reflect on the year behind you. Consider what you might leave behind. We burned it brightly so that it changed, formed, and disappeared. Hold those thoughts. The flames have taken them. The fire has done all that needs to be done. Is this back? Oh, I love that. Do you see what a talented AV group we have? My goodness. Yes. Sharon and Matt, thank you. And a big thanks to Don Steger, who's filled in for Jen Whitson this morning, down in his little cubbyhole back there, doing all of the magic behind the scenes for Zoom. And that's great. So now what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you sing the Burning Bowl Carol. I wrote this many years ago because, of course, I've been doing this silly burning bowl thing for a long time and love it. I just love it. So it's in your bulletin. Pull out the page that says Burning Bowl to the tune of Good King Wenceslas. Now, this is one of those tunes that I think almost everybody knows. But I'll start it out and then join with me as we move our way through this piece. Everyone got a copy? I hope. Okay. It is dark and it is cold. We have come together to fill up this burning bowl with our slips of paper. Take our thoughts of pain and toss them in the fire. Lose the thoughts that must be lost midst the flaming pyre. Oh, you are fantastic. We cast off what makes us old, older and downtrodden. We cast off what makes us sad, lonely or forgotten. We behold the light of love, flickering flames a-mounting. In the bowl the burning brings blessings without counting. Now, come ye now, embrace the New Year's resolutions, to be free of fear and doubt, free of self-delusions. Come and cast your paper in the bowl for burning. Come, release your love, begin like a phoenix rising. Oh, I may send that to Eric and have her do 4-part harmony. You're just lovely. Thank you so very much. And now we will, if you're able to, stand and to sing number 188. Now this is short, and it is in the form of a round. I suppose we could try doing this round. Can we do it? I think we could. Okay, I love it. Yeah. Taylor's so confident. So Taylor, how should we split this up? In thirds? I think it's a 3-part. Can we do 3 parts? Do all 4? Oh, you're asking. So you can see where you. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Well, okay. Well, 1 will be over here, 2 will be here, 3 will be there, 4 will. It'll all come together beautifully. Harmonically.
Let's do it all together first.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's sing. We'll go once through it. So we get the melody, and we'll sing it all together, and then we'll break it into parts. So you just start repeating when you're 2 or 3. Go ahead. Well, let's give us a taste of it.
scoot ahead here. I think we have more people who should be joining our choir. When I stood down there and heard people, it was really nice. So think about it anyway. All right. The closing words are a bookend to the opening words. So transformation, part 2, into the light. Incrementally longer days, growth in unfolding. Who have I become? Light beckons change, and I remember who I am. A greater awareness moves me. Recalling the earlier story of a stranger, now I witness without agenda or advice. Volunteering, I am guided now by a courageous heart. Donating, I first turn inward, no need for calculations. Fine-tuned by light and love, I make my way. We join together in the words for extinguishing our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.